But alcohol lingered for years until the Lord ultimately wrenched me out of that too, even before I got born again, such that now that I was saved, I felt the feelings that I felt when I was under the influence of alcohol without drinking alcohol. Saying that alcohol also, even though you may think it's innocuous, literally puts you in an altered state of consciousness that can make you commune with entities. Because I was not drinking, but the manifest feeling of being a righteous woman in an unrighteous environment was that of drunkenness on strong drink, followed by a typical hangover thereafter. I knew what a hangover felt like, and I also knew what being drunk feels like. Now I wasn't drinking, and yet I felt drunk, and the next morning I felt hungover. Saying that entities thrive in alcohol, they thrive in boozed up environments, they thrive. Do you understand? Yeah. So let's go back then to the story that I'm busy telling with my nausea and me vomiting all day. Okay, I'm on pain meds, the meds that I'm used to, grandpa. I take those 2 migraine tablets, and within 3 minutes, I'm shaking. Like I've taken a drug overdose, yo. I'm shaking. I then start to get bilious. I lie on the couch to eat a banana and some 3 tangerines quickly, so that, you know, the stuff can just chill in my body. So it can chill in my body and heal my period pains. Yo, guys, those days, those horrific days that came and went, where it is that I would be locked in Montpellier, like drunk, and have to open a door to vomit on the pavement, vomiting on club floors, waking up in the morning feeling like death itself. I felt like that. Like, you know, I told you that a headache came to me, even though there was a migraine tablet. Now I was also nauseous. I tried to eat. Yes, and guys, it's 10:30 at night, ne? Let me go and shower once and for all, and then only finish this conversation. I'm gonna wear the same earrings and the same top when I come back, because there's quite a lot that I have to discuss, and I thought I could say everything that I needed to say before. But there's quite a lot on my mind, and I want to like explain some things. I also want to sing, so let me just go and shower. Then I'll be back. Hey, how's it? In Christ's name, I hope you're good. Already greeted. I've showered. I'm done. You know, cleanliness is literally next to godliness. I agree. I really do. Cleanliness is next to godliness. It's a total thing, because I just feel so good. Like, it's almost as though the shower was the final thing to help me heal. I was not 100%. I was only like 88% in, and the shower just made it 100% from earlier. Anyway, when my scalp itches, we ought to be using that. Whatever, we're gonna talk about the hair just now. In a moment. Yeah, I'm huffing and puffing because I was just standing around. Where did I last finish? Yeah, I wore the exact same thing. If anything, I wore this top for this video. So it's 100% clean. Okay, cool. Where am I? Was ik? Oh yes, I was speaking about boom 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 boom. Sorry, I kept at the top of my head the last thing I was talking about, so let's talk about it. Yes, I wash my face and everything. I go to the kitchen, I rinse my face, I go to the kitchen and I grab like a tangerine, 3 tangerines and a banana. I lie on the couch like a banana peel because I could not sit up straight, and I eat now. I start with the banana because I figured it's the heaviest, so let me just go in with the banana. Alright, I'm Ajia Musofe. Hey Joe, like, you know when you're nauseous and you eat, how you can almost tell straight away that this is coming back, man. It's coming back. It's all coming back. It's all coming back to me now. And there's a time when I used to eat and the food would stay right there, right? And then I went and took some crazy medicine and the food would not sit there allow. Baby, when you eat a banana in the state, it does not stay down, no way. You will know with the first bite that it's all coming back to you. You will nibble it quick, only take a tiny bite. But with the first swallowing, it'll all come right back to you. It's all coming back, it's all coming back to you now. Yeah. But that banana was history with the biting off the bite. And I never thought that when or where or how it'll go down, it will always stay down there till I decide. But the banana came back, it would not stay down there. I could not believe, but it all came right back inside my mouth. There was nothing I could do. The banana was fed up with being enclosed in my stomach. It was nothing I could do. I was like, stay in my stomach. There is nothing I could see, but the banana came back to my tummy. Not to my tummy, but to my mouth. That banana was giving me Celine Dion, you guys, and I was just like, not now, please, like any other day, banana, not today. Please don't do it to me. Take the first bite of that banana, you guys. Go and grab banana, and as I'm chewing, I could tell it's all coming back. It's all coming. Mara, I forced that. I ate the first bite, then the second, the third, fourth, fifth, however many bites it took for me to down that banana. And I laid on the couch and I told myself I'm going to stay here until I feel that I'm starting to get better, because the medication is interacting with the food, and so I'm not going to feel so bilious. I imagined that maybe I felt like that because I took those meds on an empty stomach, and now I was getting this crazy reaction, right? But I only took that medication like 5-10 minutes ago. Come on, relax. It hasn't been that much time. I was gonna eat. I was not gonna leave my stomach empty. It was a one moment of purest pleasure in my stomach till it said no how. Karabo, rabo, rabo, I am coming back. As mushy and pulp, you won't see no banana shape, only the mushy squish. You will vomit it out. It will not stay down, because you did go and drink medication you couldn't account for. It came back. Banana you. I lay there, guys, and you know the thing about nausea. Like, if you're a mature vomiter, if you are not a mature vomiter, let me not say a mature vomiter. Like, if you have any kind of history with nausea, if you have any kind of history with vomiting, you know we'll have no discipline. No, I'm not going to give you any peace. You know when something is going to come out. You can decide and determine in your spirit, your heart, and your core that you are going to stay down. No, you're going to go put your foot down and say you are going to stay. You can determine to heal yourself. You can determine to feed your body nutrient, because you know that without the nutrient, your body is never going to be all right. You are sick, you are devastated lying down in the hospital bed. You know you are going to pass away if you don't consume something. No? You are aware that absent of going on to drink some nutrients or eat nutrients, you will inevitably pass away from whatever it is that is trying to kill you. Food is medicine, no. You know it's food go cure you when you are feeling rubbish. When you are weak, you go get energized all of a Sunday. When you got cough, go and take a couple of ginger chamomile or over a couple of days. You see Madonna, you can use herb in the kitchen. Anything. Food can heal you. Without seeing a doctor, or me, I can know it. I can testify. For years, I've been doing nothing but eating food. And this whole time, never go sick or see me hospital. Where are you going to see me hospital? Never. Because food is medicine. No. Food go cure acne. Food go and reverse pain. No, there are even natural analgesic in the planet. Food will go and give you a little bit of eyesight back, or if you go and consume enough carrots. You know that's what food do. It's got miracle power. It's Jesus' weapon against all these sicknesses in the body. Yeah, that's how the food go and fight for you. So I believe that food is medicine. So when you're feeling like cray sick, not only do I believe it, I've also experienced it. And even prior to me coming to Christ and studying all these things, right? Researching online, I've always known that food is medicine. It's always been the one thing that bounces me back. When medication didn't work, food always bounced me back. There was a time when, again, I was vomiting like no man's business. And for the life of me, nothing would stay done. No medication that the doctor prescribed, because I had been taken to a doctor, was not working. I just kept vomiting. Life was just really very, very debilitating at that particular juncture. And then one day I made like a client in physiotherapy class after a bad accident who was told, you will never walk again, sir. I apologize. Tomorrow you will not go be sprinting. I know you are athletic swimmer. You are never going to swim again. I apologize. You and the water, say goodbye, unless of course you want to go and drown. Brother, you will never walk again, let alone swim. And this brother, like in the movie, or you've seen it, he's like, I'm an Olympic champion. You won't go tell me anything. Go and grab a crane. And then the brother, one step. Second step. Third step, you fall down on the ground. He's like, oh, I can't do it. And then somebody very inspirational comes to him. And he's like, you can't do it, John. No. You don't give up on yourself, brother. Don't do it. You go and grab that same crane with which he be walking. Is it called a crane or a crate or what? And he stand up with it and he's like, and he gets up and they playing inspirational music with piano and violin in the background. Next thing, the brother he take another step and another step, and then he take the 10th step and everybody in the room is crying. No, they are congratulating him. Doctor looking shocked, drop his pin on the ground, drop his stethoscope and his little writing board on the ground. Was I can't believe it. It's a miracle from Jesus. This man's spinal cord was finished. It was broken, torn to shards. And look at him walking. What's happening? Doctor, nurse, the whole hospital, because getting called brother, is walking again. Like Jesus walking on water. No miracle happened because the brother had determination. Yeah. Food for me is like that physiotherapy thing in that movie. You don't want to stay down, baby. We get it, but you're gonna stay. You're gonna stay, baby, you're gonna stay. Although do like, because food is medicine. Like if you're any kind of human that has experienced anything of the earth, you know that unless you force yourself to eat when you can't eat, you will never recover. You will never recover from whatever you are suffering from. Anything at all that you have issue with, whatever it is, if you cannot eat, you will not overcome it. You must necessarily supplement your body with the medication. It has got to, medication on its own is not going to do anything for you. That's why they feed you nutrients when you are in hospital in coma and you can't chew. They go and put it in an IV bag and feed you through that way. There is no way that you can live without nutrients. And deep down inside, we know that medication does not work without food. Like, yeah. So doctors be actually prescribing anti-nausea meds to subside the nausea without eating. You can't even subside the very nausea that those nausea meds are going to work with. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I've just always known that, and anybody that's rational, sober, reasonable, has lived maybe past the age of 3 will also know that you gotta eat. Otherwise, you're not gonna get better. You can't just take a headache pill, a headache tablet, without eating, without sleeping, and expect it to work. Grandpa, you can literally down 4 of them with a bad headache because you've been studying back to back, unable to sleep. Unless you sleep, that headache won't go away, even if you take 3 grandpas. The work will not work. Unless you eat as well, it's not gonna work. You understand what I'm saying? So me, I know, so I make like that brother at the physiotherapy class who is determined to do the impossible. In the impossible, you won't do it. You won't do it, so brother, you won't do it, you will show everybody flame. I'm lying them also thing. But you see, that's just the thing about your body. When it's trying to come back to you now, when your banana is trying to come back up again into the mouth, you know that I'm so right, dog. If that banana muni stop, so if it doesn't just stick up. If this banana does not stay, I'm not gonna be alright. So, however, if you have suffered before from nausea, you know as well that even though without eating, you will never recover from the nausea. But you also know that without vomiting, you will never recover. You know that you are not going to be okay if you don't vomit. But you also know that you're not going to be okay if you don't eat. It's a catch-22. So what are we going to do over here? What must I do? Must I eat? Must I not eat? It's like Schrodinger's cat of eating. Is it dead or is it alive? Oh, brother, tell me! Quantum physics. Gonna give you a problem. Here's a girl. Here's a lady chica sister. Out here lying on the couch. I know I gotta eat to get better. But the food in my stomach just made what was a very painful sorrow in my bones that I was feeling. I was shaking, remember? And I was feeling bilious, nauseated. It made it worse. Eating the banana made it worse. It made it worse. It made me even more icky, more squeamish, more nauseous, more sick. Made me sicker. It did that. It made me sicker. And I laid there and I tried to make like the brother at physiotherapy. On Zoom. You're not going to tell me I can't ever swim again. You're not going to tell me I can't ever walk again. I will run if I want to run like Forrest. Don't come tell me nothing, no. Yeah, you can tell yourself that I'm gonna run and I'm gonna swim and I'm going to drive a vehicle again. But if your body says sit down, brother, unless you sit down, you are never gonna stand. You know what I mean? If your body is saying sleep, you are never going to stay awake unless you sleep. And you are never going to sleep again unless you sleep. Essentially, you've got to find a sweet middle ground for this dichotomy, because really it's the very opposite. Extreme ends are your solution to healing. But like, how do these diametrically opposed ends exist? It's like a riddle. It's like saying there are 4 days in the week that start with a T. Tell me what they are. And then brother go and scratch head. And he's like, I'll tell you, it's Tuesday. Oh, congrats. It is Thursday. Oh, congrats. But there's nothing else. What you mean, brother? There are 4. Argue with you, fight with you, hold you with the washing. Till you are like, but today and tomorrow are days in the week, are they not? Today, tomorrow, Tuesday, and Thursday. It's a riddle. It is true, but it is also not true. It is true that unless you vomit, you are not going to be alright. But it is also true that unless you eat, you are not going to be alright. But it is also true that if you eat, you are going to vomit. So at which point are you today, tomorrow versus Tuesday or Thursday? It's a weird little riddle with the body that way, and you got to find a sweet spot. And that's how I conquered hangovers back in the day. By finding this sweet spot. Lankudra, this crazy sweet spot. Anyway. Banana, I eat it, but then the banana tell me, over your dead body, you are over mine too. Before you go and complete your physiotherapy today, tell myself I'm gonna walk. I grab a crate and I'm like, first step, banana goes down my throat. But I'm sitting there and I'm telling myself that this cannot come back up. I'm feeling nauseous, I'm feeling bilious. This banana has to stay because I'm not even done. This is not enough to go and basically enable this weird medication to work in my body. It's not enough. I need to still eat 3 tangerines. The prospect of eating something savory was just out of this world crazy to me. Like putting some chicken in the microwave. Like, who even has time to go to the microwave? The way I was so sick, I was walking like I had scoliosis. I had a hunchback, because if I stood up straight, blah. Remember I told you that in the club, when people be like, Karabo, 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 I'm like, and as soon as I'm up, on your shirt, your sock, your shoe, your hair, your cheek, you've got vomit on you now. All my DNA is on you. Just deal. We are now one and the same. Might as well be twin. So, because my DNA now is in you. My exact DNA. Guys. Just like in the club, make me stand and I vomit. I'm there, like a bear. But you see, there is a sweet spot and a time within which, you know how I taught myself back in the day? To make it on time to the toilet, to the bathroom, or a corner where nobody's shoe and shirt and cheek are at, and then vomit there instead of vomiting right there on people's car, instead of vomiting right there on people's shirt and cheek. I had to go and find a place where nobody is going to be angry at me for 2 weeks for vomiting on them. So you gotta know when to vomit. You have to know when to start running. Like, don't let things get to a point where you're vomiting on your shirt, on people's shoes. Get to a point where you are vomiting on the floor, or in a sink if you get there on time, or in the bathroom toilet if you get there on time. If you get there on time, of which is the operative terminology. I'm doing edits here. A video has successfully published, so we are gonna go in here and do edits at the same time. While talking to you guys, because I have got to multitask because this phone is super slow, and so stuff exports over 10,000 years over here, and with it exporting over 10,000 years, I therefore don't have the leisure to wait until my video is done recording to export it, because this is an interlude that I want to get online real quick because it's an important message before all the other content uploads. It's the most upcoming next video. It's the one where I'm talking about how South Africa is a menu done for. You are finished country. Do you not see it? Why are you so in denial? What is with the depression? Anyway, I gotta post that. Oh no, please tell me. Oh no. Please tell me I don't have to re-export this again. Like proper, it took hours. Because this phone is so crazy slow. Like, it is so slow. It is so slow. It is so old school's principles of honor. Slow, but I'm good. Okay, it is slow, sorry. It was okay. Oh, come on, no, please. I don't want yes, my adverts. I need to keep myself concentrating because right now I'm struggling. I can't multitask. Apparently women can. I'm still a woman. I just can't do it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? You can't have it all. You can't have it all. Okay, there is like a placement issue over here. As in my edits, my stuff goes through so much software, like proper. And then man katala person is on tatela my advanced features one. And then you expect me to post every day. Can I leave these kinds of issues on my phone? It's not issues, but So much editing. Messing for no poster, bah, land on YouTube like a bomb. You can't only post 10 video a day. You can't add thumbnail top of that. Hamban. Sugan, Pumani pet. Puman game. Man post after 2 weeks. You deserve it, especially considering you are now addicted to my content. I made you addicted like drug. I did it. And you deserve it. Anyway, so no more na ke tlo itumpanje fela ke ipula ka di edits next thing be ke tlo phrase wa ke tabara ga ke gono upload. Hi, I'll take my time more. If it can't upload, it can't upload. If it can upload, it can upload. I don't care. I no longer have any matter with you. We are finished. Tomorrow I'm done. Next day, day after, every single time, we are finished. Nobody tell me rubbish. I won't take it. I just won't. I won't take it. I'm very confused right now. Why so much confusion? What did I do to deserve so much confusion? You know, people, somebody tell me. What did I ever do to this phone? No, to deserve all this confusion. But I'm generally very, very focused. Generally very, very concentrated. But today I'm just all over the show because I was devastating this bilious earlier. I was so sick, guys. I was dying. I was literally dying there. But nobody go and take me to hospital. What is wrong with you? And you expect me to go and marry a man that don't have car for me? He be like, oh, on top of that, you deserve to vomit. Hey, brother, I will take you to the... Me, I go massacre you. I don't care. I'm fed up, oh. I don't know why nobody realized that I'm dangerous to go and afflict so very much. I'm too dangerous. I'm dangerous. Like the song, Dangerous. Ooh. Anyway, the Bible does say that the kingdom of heaven, you ever heard it before in the scripture? Say that the kingdom of heaven suffer violence, and violent men take it by force. So me, I know how to go and wield a sword and chop a head off, but people go be naive. Don't realize just what I can do with all my violence. I've got violence. Don't look at me be meek and lowly like Jesus. Because right next to all that meekness, there is a lion. Yeah, he came as a lamb, but he's going to return as a lion. So he's got that dichotomy in him. So I also got that dichotomy in me. As his servant, we have got that dichotomy. We are innocent as devil, but come at us with attitude and you will see a snake. We will be shrewd as a snake. Need to go and open for my cat. You make me live with animal. You know, people, yeah. You don't realize just how much danger you are in. No. Jesus is the one that said, do not be unequally yoked to the unbeliever. And then you go and you make me lonely. When Jesus is also the one that said that it's not good for man to be alone. But you go and you put me alone, no. Who am I supposed to go and camaraderie with? Who must I go and toast and celebrate? Who must I go and throw baby shower for? When I've got no friend or falling pregnant. Top of that, I'm so old that I can never have any friends who are pregnant because all of us have geriatric womb. For what? Why have you done this evil thing? You imagine it's going to just keep on going. Jesus doing nothing about it too. You've always been naive. I see you for what you are. I recognize and I realize that naivety. It's your middle name, Mo. Your mother. When she named you when you were born, she concealed in a birth certificate that your middle name is naivety. That's why you don't know that you're naive. That's why you're walking around today. But next week you're going to find out. Your mother's going to come out with a secret. The stuff is going to come out of the closet, It's going to come out of the closet. You are going to discover that your mother called you naivety, and that's why you're acting like this today. That's why you are acting so crazy today. Don't recognize your mother saw it long ago. But now because of my ministry, you're about to discover that your middle name is naivety. Your mother hid it because she knew that they would go and diss you in primary school. And because she was all carrying and wanted you to do better, she didn't call you that, but she got a vision before you were born that you are going to be very, very extremely naive. And so she called you naivety middle name, but then concealed it like redacted records under the government agency. Redacted. Anyway, I had to go and open for a cat as well. Your middle name is redacted, naivety. That's why you don't know about it. But Jesus. There are ramifications to crazy actions. Correction. Jesus will go and display to you just what we are talking about. Oh, come on. That is the parameter. There are
ramifications to crazy actions that are due, nigh, and necessary.
True story, sister.
A miscreant, a mutiny, and a
true story, sister. As you can tell, I'm editing animation.
cycle of offenses is the reason why.
Alright, sister. Export now. Put the phone down now. You know, everything on my phone apart. Are you alright over there? Or are you still very crazy confused about what I'm talking about? I can't multitask. Don't expect too much from me. So I'm just babbling right now. Eventually I'm going to be with you. I'm going to recover. When I recover, I'm going to hit you with bullseye. It's going to land right over here. Okay, is this moving on to 0.1%? Please move on. We need to know that you are working. Don't want to come back and realize you didn't even export. So all these hours go by and we waste all that time. Do a better thing. Thank you. It's exporting. Alright, guys, so where did I end up? Where did I last leave? Vomiting. Yes, I was speaking about how it is. And even then, I don't even know where exactly I'm vomiting, but ultimately we'll reconvene. Our barians, you are naivety with the redacted version from your birth certificates. Listen, you guys, hey, here it is that, you know, like when I told you I had a history, like I had taught myself how to anticipate, not so much anticipate vomiting, I mean, because that's something that you are going to anticipate, right? But like how to catch it on time in order to make sure that you're not out here cursing people's shoes and cheeks with all your vomit, know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm laughing. I adjusted lighting there. Do you like it? Are you cool with it? Are you cool? If not, it's alright. Because really at this particular point, I don't care. Okay. Cool beans and banana. Where shall I commence? Banana. We are talking about the very cool banana and the bean. You know, when you are all vomity, what you need to do, yo. You are not gonna get better. But you're not going to get better unless you vomit, but you're also not going to get better unless you eat. And also, when you know that you're going to vomit, you know what happens, right? It takes time for nausea to manifest in vomiting. And in that season, in that season, you're inconsolable. And in that season, you feel like the world must end. You feel like you know what it's like to be at death's door. You feel like you know what it's like for your spirit to leave your body. You feel like nothing is worth living for. When you're crazy sick, you feel like there's nothing worth living for. You can't even fathom how at some point in your life you actually smiled. How? Oh, how? Under heaven, did you ever laugh? How did you ever just read a book or merely walk? How did you ever run? How did you ever put the ignition in the car and turn it on and drive? Because the way that this thing floors you, you can't imagine living. Yeah, I mean, who does not want immediate relief from that state? So you could expedite the process, get it over with, or you could wait to vomit. I knew from back in the day, my babalas, that vomit was coming, and the way that I quickly eradicated my hangovers was by basically expediting the process. I catalyzed the chemical reaction by just getting it over with, because I don't want to feel like it's not worth it to like I'm at death's door. Like I know what it's like to be in hospice care with my last seconds. I don't like this feeling. It sucks. And seeing as I had a history of understanding that the thing about vomit is once you vomit, you feel right as rain. But if you're really sick, that sickness is going to come back again after 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Yeah, you could either wait for 5 minutes to vomit from a nausea that you can tell is going to result in nothing but vomit. Like there's no swallowing this and hoping that the food just stays, because your body wants nothing to do with it. It's like an organ that is being rejected by your body. You can keep it a little minute longer. All that's going to mean is you're going to need more antibiotics by the time you do surgery. You're going to have to hope and cross your fingers that there's no sepsis. You're going to hope and cross your fingers that there is not too much damage to the rest of your internal organs before you do the surgery. Or it could become evident through monitors and all different kinds of tests done by doctors that you're rejecting the organ, and immediately go to the ER. You can either operate now or later. Either way, you're going to take that organ out, but it's not staying in your body. So back in the day, I would expedite. I had a history back when I was on the come up as a high school student of bulimia. Well, not for too long. It was seasonal. I've been giving you my stories. Very briefly, around grade 10, 11, I was actually putting fingers up my throat. I stopped. And you're going to have to listen to that video to understand why I stopped and what was the thought, reasoning, rationale behind it, all that jazz. But I basically, got accustomed to the art of barfing, of pumping my own stomach. That's what in medical terms we would call it if you've taken a drug overdose, okay? It's called pumping your own stomach, but when you are bulimic, it's just called a very irresponsible act of making oneself vomit. I taught myself how to make myself vomit as a teenage girl because I had an eating disorder. And later on, when I would become a drinker of booze and the like, I started in hangover mode though, not so much in alcohol mode, not in the drunken mode, but the hangover mode. I relieved myself from the pain of waiting to vomit by just going to vomit because I knew I was going to vomit. Like, yeah, that's why I like proper. Iskati so kichimela, toilet. Iskati so kichimela basin. The time to run to a bucket, or yeah, it's too much, it's taxing. So because the situation would be so bad sometimes that I would have a bucket right there next to me, I didn't want to wait for me to when you're about to vomit, having waited for it to come, even though you had enough warning in advance to know that this thing is coming, you get up from where you're at and suddenly you're like, that's how it happens. It has a gumption, it has a pulling effect. It takes you out from that position that you're in, and then you just barf. And it's a reverse peristalsis. It pushes, you know how peristalsis pushes food down? This here is pushing it up, because your body, just like a bad organ, is rejecting that food for whatever reason. It sees it as an enemy as opposed to something beneficial, and in order for it to recover you, to heal you, it must expel it. There is something that your body does not like, and so it will get rid of it. And in this instance, it's food, right? It's not so much food, but the poison that is alcohol, the poison that came into your body that your liver cannot metabolize fast enough. It's gotta go somewhere. So reverse peristalsis happens and takes it out. It's an immune response out of the mouth. So the liver has less to work with. Okay, that's what's good. You can tell when reverse peristalsis is coming. It's called nausea, and it's a process that is gradual, but when it finishes its work, it's hasty, it's fast. And if you're smart and you don't want to vomit in front of colleagues, you will go to the bathroom before you can literally be like a genteel, like get all gentrified, like a noble man. You like literally just, cordially just walk out of the meeting room to go and barf. You can, in a very genteel manner, extract yourself from an ecosystem so you can rock up on your knees in front of a toilet that's open or a basin. If you want to be gentrified about vomiting, you will listen to reverse peristalsis in your body and you will cordially walk out, almost like there's nothing wrong, and then either stand on top of the toilet seat or the basin or the bucket for the few minutes that it takes for the reverse peristalsis to finish its course and you vomit, or you could just hasten it along, because who under heaven wants to ride out those tormenting 5 minutes before you finally vomit, prior to vomiting, those 5 minutes before you finally vomit while you were feeling nauseous? Yes, some vomiting does come oh so suddenly because you saw a dead body or whatever, but largely the kind that comes because of a poison in the body, thanks to you being sick, a poison like alcohol, a poison like some strange drug, a poison like some poison indeed, arsenic. Not that has anybody ever survived an arsenic poison shot? People be out there trying to arsenize me. Yeah, you can go to the bathroom and hasten your reprieve by basically putting your fingers up your mouth, and that's what I did. I knew that this banana was not going to stay. First, I laid on the couch, tried to make like a physiotherapy patient that was told she could never walk again. I realized that this one, however, even though I know I need to eat in order to get better, this particular item of food, this one's not staying. This is not the right match. This is not the one. I'm not the only one. No, it's not that you're not the only one, you're just not the one. It's like in romance, you're not the one, but it doesn't mean that there is not the right one that exists somewhere along the way in the future. The one is coming, but one of them is a reject organ. 10, 15, 20 of them are reject organs. But there's gonna be that with heavenly music out here wreaking havoc in one's life. That's gonna rock up and just stay, and they will heal you. Finally, the one comes along, and finally you get better, and finally goes the right one. And when it comes, you're gonna know, cause it's gonna stay. That's what's good. So banana you, young ones had the flames. It's like, I was not made for you, baby. I was not supposed to be digested by you. From eternity past, when Jesus Christ created me, he did not create me to stay in your stomach, but to cause a little bit of havoc in your life and then get out. I was made for no other purpose but to be vomited by you. Here is creation telling me to my face, personified, I was made to be taken out. I was made for you to go and eat me, baby, and then just vomit. From long ago, from the foundation of the world, when Jesus was creating the planets, writes in your name in the book of life. From before the foundation of the planets, he made me to exist in 2025 as banana, to go and sit on pantry waiting for you to collect me, for you to go and nibble away at me, chew me with your mouth, swallow, sister. Only for me to go, no sorry, I won't do it. I'm not staying. You are going to bite me, sister, but you are not going to digest me. Because Jesus made me for such a time as this, for the very purpose of consuming me, vomiting me, so you can personify just what you do with that weak heart. They come and go in your life for thinking that they're gonna go lodge and sit and digest, but they will make you sick. They will make you so very sick, sister, that just like me, you are gonna vomit. They are not gonna stay. And so on that very beautiful day, you're going to discover for one thing. Rejection, sister, is God's protection. Hallelujah. Rejection, sister, is God's protection. Rejection, sister, is the lesson in the room. Rejection, sister, is the bullet point on the PowerPoint presentation that say, not my will, but yours, God. That a man plan in his heart what he's going to do tomorrow. Yeah, but Jesus will laugh at him. Because unless you say God's willing, you are arrogant on that day to go and assume that Jesus is just going to let you do what you want. Walk up and down, hopping up and down the street like kangaroo, imagining that nobody's coming for you. And then you go and you plan and you plan and you plan. And Jesus will tell you, not today, not on my watch. You're going to discover it. By fire, by force, so you're going to discover it. And so me, as banana, I am here to give you that particular education. Because at the end of the day, baby, I am groaning. As banana, I am groaning, sister. To see you reveal, everybody treat you like rubbish here in this Africa of yours. They don't have no appreciation for Jesus. They have no appreciation for their master. They treat the servants of Jesus like rubbish. So the Lord raised me up as banana, grew from the soil, came forth from a tree, only for me to come and tell you this lesson today. That you will vomit me the way that you're going to vomit every last evil infiltrator in your life. It will go down your throat, sister, but it will not stay there, because for as long as Jesus has not decreed it, it will not happen. For as long as Jesus has not decreed it, sister, it will not happen. Say it with me again, no? Unless the Lord has decreed it, it will not happen. Unless the Lord builds a house, the builder build in vain, no. So you are destroying yourself. Go and do it. Destroy, brother. Do it. But as for me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord. And if we serve the Lord, say it with me again, sister. Who can be against us? Nobody. You are. You go left, you go right, you turn up and down, you spin on the spot, do what you want. But bottom line is the gate of Hades will never prevail against the church. So me as banana, I was born only to go and speak to a woman one day in the future where I was born again. Through me causing her to basically bring me back up again, that me banana, I am typological to describe certain company in your life. It will come in, baby. But God, like reverse peristalsis, will take it out. It will go in the kitchen sink, it will go in the bathroom sink, it will go on the floor. It will be flushed down the toilets. But it would initially imagine that it must sit there. And as a woman, you will recognize the importance of banana at all. In your body or when you are sick, sister. But you will also recognize the importance of getting rid of the wrong banana. Of the one that's not set apart to sit and digest. And you will know at the opportune moment when the Lord has healed your body. Just what banana was the one that was supposed to be digested. And therefore give you life and life abundantly. Unlike Satan, who go and steal, kill and destroy you. We in the kingdom of God, including all creation that grown to see the Son of God reveal, we go and tell you rather what banana to go and consume. And every other banana, you will eat it, sister. And just like me and Celine Dion, it will come back to you now. Banana Geo. It was actually chilling in my throat, not in my throat, in my tummy, trying to wreak havoc in the sister life, know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it basically told me in advance that I'm not staying. Not staying, unlike Jennifer Hudson. I was the one that was singing the banana. I'm telling you, you're not going. Because without you, I'm not gonna live. I realized that I cannot have nothing there in my stomach. So no way. No way that I'm living without you. So banana, you're gonna love me. You're gonna love me. And the banana was like Jamie Foxx on some. Walked away anyway, can take it busy on some. Yeah, and at the last minute, came out. So what was the smart thing that I did with a banana that I thought were part of the same crowd? We both breathe the same air. We're made by the same Messiah. So you're not gonna leave me. You're not getting out of my stomach. So stay. I wanted that banana to stay because I knew that I was not gonna get well without it. But this one made like Jamie Foxx and walked anyway. In the middle of it left anyway. But I made it leave. I knew it was gonna go. I knew it was gonna get out. I knew it was not going to chill, because nausea will tell you when something's not gonna stay. No matter how much you could try and swallow your own vomit, which is gonna make you even more vomity, more throw uppy, or you could just accept that utafala, but not yet, because you gotta endure detoxification, and it's painful and it hurts. So I went to the sink and I just helped it along. I put fingers up my throat, and all I did was put my fingers up my throat once. The rest just came by itself. Like, you know, when you're vomiting so badly that you vomit the first time, oh, it comes out. And then just when you think you're done, oh, it comes again. Yeah, it's like I was a tap in front of, in the sink there. I had yet to eat breakfast. That was the only food. But that banana, the first bit of it came out because I made it come out. I induced vomiting. But the rest of the vomits came by themselves. It was just whoa after the other. Oh, banana, and then eventually lokwebu. Remember the gwebu? The gwebu way it is that now you are not vomiting food because there's nothing in your body. Now it's just foam. That foam, that is the poison. That is the poison that in your stomach is rejected by your body. That is the foam that your stomach is saying, over my dead body, or before I go and give this to the liver. It's working overtime already, sister. I know, I'm not doing it. That foam is the poison. You know it's true, because after that foam gets out, and it's hard burning, it's mixed with stomach fluids, acids, digestive acids, and all that jazz. And those acids, when they're interacting, I guess, with the poison in your body, more so is the chemical reaction particularly lethal. And like Popeye, just go vomit, okay? It's just, yeah. That sour tasting gwebu came out, and manje ugwebu is so much harder to vomit than food that you've eaten, because that's the one that makes you vomit like and you're stuck in this position for a few moments before finally it comes out, because it's not food and it has to come out with that much more difficulty, because it's like spit, saliva, mucus, whatever. It's harder for it to be pushed out because it's not heavy, chunky, and so easily facilitated by reverse peristalsis out of your body. So it'll stay here until finally you feeling that your whole stomach is being squeezed like that to just pop it out. Yo, and the pain of that. Yeah, that's when stuff comes out of your nose and your eyes are like watery and whatnot, and you're like, oh, looking on the sink. That's what gives that noise away. That I kid you not, now I have vomited in silence before, but for, like, in other words, you vomit and it comes out. But the gwebu vomit is, it has a sound. I vomited about 3 or 4 times that gwebu before I could feel, the sun is shining, the weather is sweet. I felt like the sun was shining, the weather was sweet, evidencing that there is a toxin in my body, and it's really fast acting. It's extremely fast acting. And as soon as I got rid of the first batch, because understand this came in batches, as soon as I got rid of the first batch of it, I felt right as rain, but I wasn't done. So I'm like, whoa. I vomit like 3 or 4 times gwebu. First I vomit chunks of banana, then gwebu 4 times. Finally I feel really good. Finally it's like again, bras have been loosed, corsets have been loosed, and I'm good. And I tell myself that, like, I was so sick, guys. I usually like do a whole hole in the morning. It's face wash. I have a whole process of doing my face, like moisturizing, face massages. I wash dishes. My whole routine takes about 1.5 hours to 2 hours. Hey y'all, just looking at the dishes, I couldn't even imagine myself standing. Remember, I'm so sick that I'm scrunched up, like I'm hunched, like scoliosis. Because the moment I stand, I told you from history, that's when dieta, dina le mahlatsi. So standing in front of the sink and washing dishes, I couldn't even fathom it. Like, I literally could not fathom it. I was feeling so out of it, coupled with the fact that I was lightheaded, kind of bilious, dizzy, and with a headache. On top of that, after this fourth vomiting spree, after the third time sort of vomiting gwebu, well, it was fourth in the sense that the first was chunks of banana, then first and second, then after that, it was just gwebu. If you're feeling nauseated by this, you should leave. I'm trying to help you understand something, okay? Yeah, after the fourth one, that's when I felt relieved enough to stand up straight and wash the dishes, right? Or do something. Like, I worked in piecemeal. Like, I broke it down into pieces. Like, yes, when you're living in an unreasonable environment, anyway, because you can just abandon chores, y'all, when somebody cares about you. But when people don't necessarily care for you as they ought, it's always going to be from wherever, you know what I mean? So anyway, whatever. So I told myself that slots, ne? So however, at that particular juncture, the first time I vomited, I had enough energy to stand up and wash the dishes, but I wanted to eat because I knew that without eating, I'm not going to be completely recovered. I could tell in my body that I wasn't good. So I went back to the couch where there's 3 tangerines chilling. 3 tangerines are hanging out there. And I laid down, and I'm relieved, right? I opened the one tangerine. Literally midway peeling this fruit, I feel bilious again just at the thought of eating it. I was like, reject tangerine before the banana was rejected once I put it in my mouth. This now here is being rejected at the mere prospect of me eating it. It's like my mind anticipating to eat it made me bilious. My body was so despondent concerning this thing that was in it that it was like, you're not going to bring anything that's going to try and push me down to your liver. You're not, sister. Dream on. Food usually, when you are about to eat it, the body responds by salivating. You will remember with Pavlov's dogs in that classical conditioning experiment. The dogs would ultimately salivate at the sound of a ticking metronome or the ringing of a bell because it was paired with the feeding of food, with meat. So the dogs salivated absent of the bell ringing. The salivation is it's an endocrine response. It is your body's nervous system response to the reception of food. It is preparing you to digest food. So it's getting churned like a machine to start ugudu by that food, to take it to parts of the body. And the mouth gets watered so as to create that which is the right coating around food to make for easy consumption, for it to go down easily. So you salivate. That's why they pump so much advertisement of food around dinner time. You be getting the wimpy ads, you get my point. The McDonald's ads conveniently kafa 6-7, because that's when your stomach is also grumbling. So you salivate, and then like Pavlov's dog, very predictably, look at you hop over to McDonald's or call Uber Eats. The body does that because it's a wonderful machine created by a wonderful creator who out here makes the machines start to whir and churn before you start to eat, so that you don't populate a factory with foodstuffs that are dry. Okay, and so choke up the machinery. My body was supposed to salivate. My stomach was supposed to grumble even more. I was supposed to get a factory working because incoming is the tangerine. By mere virtue of me peeling it, that ought be the stuff that causes you to salivate, right? The mere thought of food makes you salivate. Pavlov's dogs. Happens with animals and us too. I didn't salivate. My body was so rejectful of the prospect of mixing whatever was inside me with any nutrients that it made me nauseous just at me peeling a tangerine. I was like, if I don't eat, I'm not gonna be okay. If I don't eat, I'm not gonna be okay. So what do you want me to do, body? Hey? Like, what must I do, body? You're being unreasonable. I need to eat. So I told myself, like the physiotherapy patient did again, that today I'm gonna walk 3 steps. I told myself that tangerine was my 3 steps because that's how I used to do it back in the day with the babalas. I would eat little niblets of food. They would come out immediately after vomiting. I'd be like, I'm gonna eat. Crawl to the kitchen, grab a dry, cockfied slice of bread, and I'm like, I'm gonna stay. Yeah, I know. I forced that with the tangerine. Opened it to the nth degree, and with every peel was a brand spanking new sense of Ingati, the tangerine was maggoted. And because I was nauseous, you know how when you're on your way to work rushing and you know that you need to bring in your superfoods to be alert and energetic. You be out here grabbing blueberries and stuffing them down your mouth in one sitting. You grab a peeled orange and all of it is in your mouth. Cereal, fast, like quickly. Because the food will digest, it'll do its thing, give me nutrients, but I don't have time to be sitting at no table. When you eat fast, it just gets stuff done. I ate that tangerine fast because I realized I was not going to savor it. I was not going to enjoy it because I'm nauseous, I'm bilious. But I want to swallow this and keep it down. For the life of me, it just needs to stay down. It just needs to stay down. So just stay. So I peeled it in half. It wasn't like a big one. It was one of those smaller ones, right? Yeah. Cut it in separated into two halves. Ate the one half, chewed, and while I'm chewing, I'm feeling some kind of way. Swallow. And then the next one down, swallow. After swallowing, it felt almost as if though I was gaining relief because I was pushing down the nauseous reflux, the gwebu that was coming up my throat. It went down because I swallowed food, and so it went down and I felt better. That's when I then ate the second. Remember, I had 3 tangerines. That's when I ate the second one, and the second one I ate it leaf by leaf, sack by sack, you know how nachi sort of kind of separates. The second one I ate it reasonably, not so fast, and I lay there on the sofa. Guys, I was so listless. I was so sick, so sick. I was so listless. I was so unhappy that I was sick and I was not okay. But I figured that maybe this time around, if I just wrote this out and laid down and for a few moments just waited for the food to digest so I can start feeling better. Because I was telling myself that, I just laid there. I did not feel nauseous straight away, but it came. It was like, tangerine, paraffin. You just grabbed it and downed and took all that poison and took it down to your stomach. And you think that because you are a trickster, you are a circus member, you've got tricks up your sleeve.